Hello and welcome back to Elder Scrolls Online, and today we are going to continue the High Isles questline, but first I want to do some claiming. I sent myself the expansions. I apparently left my other account ESO Plus for like 2 years without knowing I didn't cancel it, and so I have a bunch of crowns, which is the currency for buying like all this stuff. I sent myself all the expansions, so I didn't have to buy them again with this character. So let's go ahead and go in there. So we got the Greymore expansion pack. So if we F, I think we might be. So this is, I guess, the stuff you get. I don't know. Let's just claim it. What's this one? The Blackwood collector pack. Let's go ahead and claim that one. And Morrowind collector pack. Let's go ahead and claim that one. Somerset collector pack. Go ahead and claim that one. Some hair. And another hair. Alright, perfect. So there we go. I wanted to just go ahead and get that out of the way, because it's kind of like, it's time sensitive, right? I sent them all to myself, and I had 14 days to loot them. But looks like we unlocked a lot of collection stuff here. We'll go through it all at some point, and we'll check all this out. Not a real big concern for the rest of this. Now, this did fill up our inventory significantly, so on this account, since I've already had it, I do have the banker. So let's go ahead and put the banker on our thing. Hit Q. Banker, we can summon him. And we're going to drop all this stuff in the bank.
How can I help you?
Alright, so we got a bunch of experience scrolls we might use. We got a bunch of food we might use. Oh, this is withdrawing. This is all the stuff that's already in my bank. Alright, let's drop all these treasure maps in the bank. This is junk we can sell. So it looks like we got a Black Reach treasure map, Blackwood treasure maps. These are all just items, right? We got a bunch of experience scrolls. We're not going to worry about those right now. Let's see, that's junk. It's junk. And got a recipe. We won't worry about that later. And we put the collector edition treasure maps there, and I think that's everything, right? Yeah, where it's 33, so we got to get rid of some of the other junk as soon as we find a vendor or something that we can do that with. Alright, perfect. And how do I make you go away?
Speak with me a moment.
Perfect. Alright, so that's done. The banker, you can buy him in the Crown store. I bought him, I don't know how long ago, whenever I made that other character. I think he's in a utility or an upgrade, maybe? Yeah, assistance, and you can buy different ones. You can get like a cat skin for it and stuff like that. It's cool if you like those, but it's very convenient for just being able to do that. Let's see here. Looks like we got some mounts and other stuff. So got all those done. All right, now I think we can go ahead and get started here. Just wanted to get all that taken care of, and all those things are going to go away once we look at them all. All right, so let's talk to Jakarn.
Fresh off the boat, eh? High Isle is a good place for an adventurer to earn some gold, provided you have the right connections. The name's Jakarn. My patron needs someone like you, an unknown, so to speak. It'd be worth your time to befriend her.
Who's your patron?
Lady Arabelle DeVoe. Maybe you've heard of her. She's a famous investigator and author, diplomat too, which is why she's here. She runs in circles way above my station. But I owe her a debt that I'm trying to pay. Maybe you can help me do that.
What's in it for me?
A fair bit of gold, most likely. Lady Arabelle works for one of the richest nobles in all Tamriel, Lord Bacaro Valoris. He's sponsoring an important conference here on the island. But there's a problem. Trust me, the payday will be worth it.
Alright, I'll meet Lady Arabelle DeVoe.
Lady Arabelle will appreciate an outsider's perspective. She's at the Gonfalon Bay docks with Lord Baccaro, if you want to introduce yourself. The problem I mentioned, it involves some missing ships. Anyway, tell her Jakarn sent you. I'm her favorite.
You mentioned owing a debt to Lady Arabelle?
Long story. It involves multiple maidens, a few princes, and one charming rogue who stole all their hearts. Then the authorities got involved. Fortunately, Lady Arabelle agreed to take responsibility for my good behavior. Now I owe her.
Alright. Ladies man. Alright, where do we need to go here? So if we can look at the map. I don't have any add-ons installed at the moment. All the ones I had from previous, they didn't seem to update very well. So I'm going to have to look at that. I do want to get the ones that show sky shards and stuff like that, just to kind of make it easier. But it looks like the town is just directly in front of us, so we're going to head that way. And it's always good to, like, while you're going through all these little areas, loot what you can. And make sure you take all you can, like this mountain flower, right? It's for alchemy. We'll do alchemy later on. Obviously, at this lower level, we don't have all the perks and benefits you get later that make gathering a little bit quicker and stuff. But it'll be fine. All right. This is a really cool looking area. All right, we got some barrels, and then you know, like I've been just randomly looting stuff this whole time. But when you get into towns, certain locations, some of the stuff that you can loot, if you loot it, is owned by somebody. And just like in Skyrim and stuff like that, if you loot that stuff, it is a crime, and you will be punished. So you gotta watch out. Alright. Where are these guys? Oh, they're over here. Looks like there's another quest over there. We'll grab that at some point. Really? Is there no way up? Can't jump up either. Alright, looks like this is the way up. This is that boat. Where are we at? We're here. We need to go over there. So. Made a bad choice. He said the docks, but... Oh! Oh, I think we ran into the wrong spot here. Alright, that was interesting. Alright, we discovered the lighthouse over here. This is not the direction we want to go. So, let's go back down here. And I've never done this before, so I'm playing an Elsewhere playthrough with my wife. So that's where I'm at. So this is all fresh to me. Oh, a visitor's guide. I'm not gonna read that, but it exists if you want to read it. All right, there we go. So this is where we want to go, not the docks. He misled us. I don't even know how you say that name. Gonfalon? Alright, looks like we're in the town now. Guy's building the building. Take a look at the map here. She is down the way here. So it looks like this is the crafting area for the town. And there is another little docks area down here. Let's go through here. This lady has a pack mule following her. Alright, here we go.
My dockhands are watching for your cargo, Lady Arabelle. They know it's precious.
There was a storm off the coast. Perhaps it delayed the ships.
Forgive me if I do the job you hired me for, Lord Baccaro. You there. Might we speak?
Alright.
I have a keen eye for talent, my dear, and you're practically oozing it from your pores. I am Lady Arabelle DeVoe. If you're looking for gainful employment, I have a proposition for you that pays exceedingly well. Care to hear more?
What was that about a proposition?
Oh, nothing tawdry, my dear. We'll be too busy for romantic shenanigans before long, I expect. Some precious cargo was supposed to sail in on the morning tide, but it never arrived. I need someone not known around the island to be my eyes and ears.
Your eyes and ears?
While tales of my exploits credit me with all sorts of talents, I can't be in more than one place at a time. I could use a fresh face to mingle with the locals, determine if anyone knows anything about my 3 missing ships and their cargo.
Alright, I am willing to help.
Lord Baccaro's conference can't proceed without that cargo. Here's what I need you to do. Check the inn, the lighthouse, and the Lockabane shallows. See if anyone knows or saw anything. Then meet me outside the north gate to compare notes.
See, tell me more about the locations you want me to investigate.
Certainly. Since you're new to High Isle, I understand you may not be as familiar with the local area as I am. What do you wish to know?
Tell me about the lighthouse.
Gonfalon Head Lighthouse, blessed by Kinnereth herself, stands atop the hill just west of town. It offers an excellent vantage from which to watch the nearby waters. Perhaps the lighthouse keeper saw something that will help.
Like the storm Lord Baccaro mentioned?
Possibly. When ships fail to make port, it's only natural to wonder if they were damaged or blown off course by a storm. The lighthouse keeper has a perfect view of the approach to Gonfalon Bay. If my ships were out there, she might have seen them.
Let's see here. Tell me about Loch Alban Shallows.
The currents of Lockabane are strong.
Lockarbane.
Flotsam from the open sea often washes up along the shores of the waterway. Some of High Isle's poorer folk comb the beach looking for salvage. Let's hope they haven't found any today.
Alright, tell me about the inn.
The ancient Anchor Inn sits just up the street near the city gate. It's one of the more popular places on the island. In my experience, inns are an excellent location to pick up rumors.
Where should I start?
Wherever you think is best, my dear. But do get started soon. My intuition tells me that some sort of mischief is afoot, and my intuition is rarely wrong.
Yeah, I've already been attacked when I was at the lighthouse. You mentioned a conference. Tell me about that.
The gentleman beside me, Lord Baccaro Valoris, leads the Society of the Steadfast. They're a philanthropic fellowship that provides aid to people who have suffered in the Three Banners War. The Society is sponsoring a conference here on the island.
What's the purpose of this conference?
That's a well-guarded secret, my dear. Perhaps after you've proven yourself, I can bring you in on the details. For the moment, knowing any more won't help us find out what happened to my missing ships.
What happens if your missing ships don't turn up?
That's not an option I care to contemplate. Not while there's still a chance to find them. Forgive me for being evasive, but it's a rather sensitive topic to discuss in public. We've already faced adversity, and the conference has yet to begin.
Mentioned your tales of your exploits before. Who are you again?
Me? Oh, I'm no one special, my dear. I've been an adventurer, a Lion Guard officer, a spy, a diplomat. People claim the Investigator Vale stories are about me, or that I wrote them. Ridiculous. I'm retired now, but I still dabble from time to time.
Did you write the Investigator Vale books?
Oh, pish-posh. Do these look like the ink-stained fingers of a writer of overly imaginative and lurid tales to you? I'm rather fond of the bawdy investigator and her adventures, though. They remind me of my younger days.
What's your role here?
I'm overseeing security for the conference. A few months ago, Lord Baccaro approached me, explained his grand plans, and lured me out of retirement, you might say.
Why did Lord Baccaro select you for this task?
My charming personality. When I was an agent for High King Emmerich, I traveled widely and met many dignitaries, including Lord Baccaro. He asked me to make sure everything went smoothly for his conference. So far, it's been anything but.
Alright, goodbye. Alright. Investigate the lighthouse, investigate the shallows, investigate the inn. Optional steps, talk to Lord Baccaro and the Dockmaster. So let's go ahead and start with Lord Baccaro here.
Ah, a visitor. or another one of Lady Arabelle's associates. Either way, welcome to our island. Bacaro Valoris, founder of the Society of the Steadfast, at your service. I hope you find your visit to High Isle restful and profitable.
You mentioned a storm off the coast.
Yes, a sudden squall of unusual intensity. It died out just as quickly as it arose. I noticed it off to the northeast. Dark clouds filled that part of the horizon. Perhaps our ships were delayed by the shifting winds, or decided to wait out the storm.
Suspicious. What's so special about these particular ships?
I'm afraid that's privileged information. Suffice it to say, the cargo coming in on those ships is vital to the conference the Society of the Steadfast is sponsoring.
And you don't share Lady Arabelle's concerns?
Of course I do. But I learned long ago to have patience when it comes to such matters. Not every setback is a conspiracy, and not every delay is the act of a Daedric cult. Though, if you do learn anything of imminent concern, please let us know.
Tell me more about the Society of the Steadfast.
I'm a philanthropist. I started the Society of the Steadfast to give relief to those caught up in the suffering caused by the Three Banners War. We establish healing tents for the wounded, distribute food and water, and provide whatever aid we can.
So why sponsor a conference?
As Lady Arabelle said, that's not something we're ready to talk about. Not until the cargo from the missing ships is secured. After that, I'll answer any questions you have. I'll even proclaim the purpose of the conference from the town square.
Tell me more about the High Isle.
High Isle is the primary island in the Sisters Archipelago. Technically, we're a Breton holding, but we try to behave as a neutral port. People from all over Tamriel come to experience the natural beauty of the island. Well, nobles mostly.
So it's a vacation spot for nobles.
Parts of it. But we have a rich history, and the same sorts of dangers you'd experience on the mainland. Bandits, pirates, wild beasts. And you might want to avoid our sister island, Amanos. It's a harsh jungle that has long served as a prison.
A prison for who?
Mostly political prisoners from the Empire at first. Later, rival nobles, pirates, murderers. The worst of the worst. Today, it also includes war criminals and certain prisoners of war. Amanos Station is friendly enough, but the jungle is deadly.
All right, goodbye. All right, got some interesting information there. Something's up. The story is unfolding.
I'm a dockmaster, not a bloody mage. What does the lady expect me to do if her ships never made it to the docks in the first place?
You don't seem very concerned about these missing ships.
Should I be? Lady Arabelle suspects some sort of foul play, but not on my docks. Not a chance. Gonfalon Bay is safe. Everyone knows that. Trouble comes from the mainland, not from here. Of course, the waters to the northeast can be treacherous.
All right, so he said he saw a storm from the northeast, and this guy says the waters are treacherous from the northeast. That's interesting. Treacherous? How so?
The closer you get to Amanos, the more unpredictable the currents become. And storms constantly barrage the coast, not to mention sea elf pirates. A good captain knows these things. None of that would keep Lady Arabelle's ships from reaching port.
Lord Barako mentioned a powerful storm.
Like I said, storms close to Amanos aren't that unusual. I doubt the ships we're waiting for would have sailed that far north. Just in case, I sent people to look for signs of wreckage in the shallows. I really don't expect them to find any, though.
Goodbye. All right, so we got some more information. So let's look around here. If we go north, we can get our first way shrine right here, which is right next to the inn. So that works out for us. So let's kind of go up here. Looks like there's some stairs over here this way. Yes, there is. And there we go. We'll get our first way shrine. This allows us to fast travel. This is how you fast travel. So you go, if we zoom out, right? If I click here, I can fast travel there, or you know, wherever in the world I want to go. And you just have to find these way shrines to be able to fast travel them. All right, let's go over here to the inn. This place looks really cool. It's like a little storm cloud. Oh, it's starting to rain. Ominous. The Ancient Anchor Inn.
I hear these knights are robbing people and looting caravans. Someone ought to do something.
Alright, let's just hang out here. Listen around for a little bit. Look inconspicuous. Alright. Yarzida. I don't even know how to say
Hail,
that.
friend. Have you heard about the band of robber knights that waylaid travelers on the road to Gonfalon Bay? I came to High Isle to trade, but getting goods from the interior has become a roll of the dice.
Robber Knights, you say?
A rogue band that calls itself the Ascendant Order. I thought they were only active on the mainland, but they're here on High Isle. Rabble-rousers and troublemakers, if you ask me. And now, I hear they're looting caravans outside the city walls.
Interesting. Speaking of rumors, have you heard anything about a trio of missing ships?
Not specifically, but I saw some fancy-pants nobles giving the dockmaster grief. Missing ships could mean anything. Storms, pirates, poor winds, worthless navigators. Try Sergeant Dane over there. He's with the Sisters Guard and knows a lot.
Alright, Sergeant Dane. Is that Sergeant Dane? No, that is a player. Hey, he's over here. Alright, Sergeant Dane.
I'm off duty, newcomer. Got a complaint? Take it to one of the other guards.
I'm looking for information about a trio of missing ships.
We police High Isle. Ships that haven't arrived yet aren't our problem. Besides, we've got our hands full with these so-called Ascendant Order Knights. They're stirring up trouble all across the island.
What do you know about the Ascendant
Just
Order?
that they're little more than well-armed bandits. They've been recruiting the poor to bolster their numbers. Now they're robbing caravans while claiming they fight for justice. Honest folk don't hide their faces behind helmets and masks.
What does the Ascendant Order want?
They're malcontents. They go on about how the high and mighty misuse their power by squabbling over the Ruby Throne. It started out small enough, defying authority, inciting riots, petty sabotage. But now they're hurting people.
Thanks for the information.
Something else, newcomer? I'd like to get back to my drink.
You say the Ascendant Order is causing trouble. Can't the Guard stop them?
Ordinary bandits the Sisters Guard can handle. But when we send enough guards to meet a company of Ascendant Order Ravagers, these faceless knights just melt away. And if we don't send enough guards, then our guards don't come back.
Why do you call them faceless?
Might as well be. Most knights proudly display their emblems. They wear the colors of their house and paint family crests on their shields. These Ascendant Order Knights never remove their helms and bear no devices. They could be anybody.
Goodbye. Alright. So, now we need to go to the lighthouse and the shallows. Gonfalon Bay. Right. So we need to go that way. Let's take a look here at the map. Zoom out a little bit here. Looks like we're gonna need to go through there, and the shallows is across the way, way over there, and then the lighthouse is down there. So let's go to the lighthouse first, I suppose. Actually, we might be able to fast travel over there. Yeah, we can fast travel out here. It's gonna cost us 38 gold, but I think we can handle that at this point in time. Alright. And before we go any further, we do have 2 skill points. I want to try and get planted here. Alright, we're gonna go with the Wall of Elements. Put that over in 3. Let's go back here. We're gonna put Assassin's Blade on a bar, and we don't have any points into this yet. And we're out of skill points anyway. We're gonna get this one next. We want to have one of each of our skills on the bar just so it gets leveled up when we do quests. That'll be kind of nice. And let's go ahead and put Soul Trap on there just for the sake of having it there. And alright, so where did we end up at? We need to go south. Ooh, there's a little storm going here. There's a... Oh, we can get our first mushrooms right here. going the right way? Yeah. I like to collect all the different trade skill materials because we do want to get trade skilling is very important to the game. At least it was when I played. So I don't know how important it is now, but we'll definitely do that. Something's going on over there. We're gonna have to check that out at some point. And I guess I didn't explain it right. So Assassin's Blade is kind of like a finishing move. See how it does 300% more damage when they're low life. And then Wall of Fire is an AoE, like kind of like in front of you kind of attack. So all this causes AoE damage. So just because, you know, something to get us a little bit more damage so we can kill things a little bit faster. Alright, here's the lighthouse. Ooh, a water skin. There we go, that's used for alchemy. Some meat. Oh, there's a treasure chest over there. We gotta go get that. Hold on. We gotta talk to that lady here in a second. I think that's a treasure chest. Yeah, there we go. First treasure chest. So, let's see if I can remember how to do it. Yeah, you just hold it down till it clicks. There we go. And that's nice. We got a homespun hat of magicka. Adds a 704 magicka and lowers the cost of the block because it is sturdy. There we go. Now we got a little hood. I'm gonna go with hat off. I don't like that. Let's see, what is it? You appearance, and then go to hairstyles. No hairstyle, right? And then also go to all these different ones. Like I don't know why it's not. I don't know why it didn't update. Why is that not? There we go. I don't know. There's something why it's not. Maybe it requires like a certain level or something to get there. Alright, so now we're here. Let's talk to Lightkeeper Minoi.
Oh, a traveler. I thought those vile knights had returned. Forgive me. I must continue praying for the return of our idol. Without it, this tower's light will remain dark.
What happened to the lighthouse flame?
This lighthouse is special. It's blessed by Kinnereth, the god of winds and sea. No fire serves as a beacon for nearby ships, but the divine light of Kinnereth herself. But without the sacred idol, the light cannot shine. Alas, the idol was stolen.
Who stole the idol?
Knights in unmarked livery broke in and stole the Kinnereth idol. I watched the scoundrels flee to the west with the sacred edifice. Perhaps, dare I ask, would you be willing to recover the idol for the lighthouse so I may restore the beacon?
Tell me more about these knights first.
They may wear the garb of knights, but the ruffians who assaulted me carry themselves like robbers and outlaws. Whoever they are, they're dangerous. Be wary of them, and may the wind guide you.
I'll find the knights and retrieve the idol.
Bless you, traveler. Please understand, to my order, this is more than just a lighthouse. This beacon spreads Kinnereth's blessing across both land and sea, but only with the idol in place, so it must be returned.
What else can you tell me about the lighthouse?
It is marvelous, is it not? This is actually the second beacon to stand atop Gonfalon Head. It dates back to the early 1st century. When I assumed my duties here, the tower was in poor repair. Dangerous, even.
It seems fine now.
When Duchess Alea Dufort assumed her father's duties a few years ago, she ordered a complete renovation of the structure. I'm sure she wanted to protect trade in Gonfalon Bay, but she spared no expense in rebuilding the lighthouse.
Goodbye. All right. Retrieve the lighthouse idol. So let's look at the map here. Looks like the lighthouse idol is down this way, and there is a volcanic vent over that way too. So let's our way that way first. This guy gonna attack us here? Alright. There we go. Yeah, so like it's like a critical finisher move. It's kind of nice. Alright, we got some hermit crabs. We got some barrels. Let's see what we can find here. Some lemon and honey. So all these items I'm looting, right? They're all going to be used for crafting when we get there. And they all go into the ESO Plus crafting bag, so I don't have to worry about storing them. So I could just loot as many as I need to and get it done. Alright, so there's an Ascended Blackguard right there. So let's get this underway. Oh, she just turned invisible. Alright, we have leveled up to level 4, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Looks like we get the choice of different pants and a enchantment glyph, so let's go ahead and take the light pants for now. Let's put another point into hammackj and work our way up here. Alright, ooh, this guy is in our way. He is a dead man. He's a dead man. Alright. Let's see here. Ooh, let's take a look at their little their loot here. We got some nickel. We got some ginger. Another guy here. Oh. I think that's a player down there. And this game has you can assist kills with people, and you don't have to worry about losing items. So there's the idol right there. And let's see, the lighthouse orders. Knights, there we go. Take a band of recruits to the Gonfalon head. Hold on. Block that. You doing? Block that. Alright. Remove the idol. The Lord wants the light extinguished to deny Canareth's guidance. His ship's arriving soon. Do not damage the idol or harm the keeper unless you have no other choice. We don't want the lighthouse to remain dark forever. Just take the idol, find a good hiding place, and wait for their instruction. The Ascendant Magus. Interesting. The plot thickens, I would say, significantly. So I guess now we can go back to the lighthouse and return the idol. And then we'll go up and investigate the shallows. Oh, what is this? Iron ore. So here's our first ore. You don't have to get any pickaxes or axes or anything like that. You just can harvest. It's really nice. It's really convenient. Instead of having to like do that, you know, carry it all around, have it, you know, take up inventory space and stuff. Works out really well for us. There we go, and we'll get a little jute. This is the lower tier crafting stuff for cloth, and then some lady schmuck. There we go. Alright, and here we are at the lighthouse. Let's talk to the keeper.
You return, and with the idol, place it here, and I shall call forth its light.
There we go. I'll just set that down
Mother
right
Kinnereth,
there.
this traveler has set right the desecration of this holy place. Return to us your blessing, and let your light shine over the land and sea.
Oh, there we go. Talk to the keeper.
I cannot thank you enough. With the idol returned and the light restored, we can ensure the safe passage of many a weary traveler. Is there any way a priest of humble means could repay you? A blessing, perhaps?
3 ships never arrived in Gonfalon Bay. Did you see anything from up here?
Shortly after the lighthouse was pillaged, I spied 3 ships on the horizon. Then suddenly, the clouds darkened, and a terrible storm began to blow in. I lost sight of the ships after that. Perhaps they were simply blown off course?
Is that sort of weather common here?
Amanos is notorious for its storms, but Kinnereth generally blesses High Isle with fair weather. I wonder, the way the storm swept in seemed unnatural, and it happened so soon after Kinnereth's idol was removed.
Do you think that's why the knights attacked the lighthouse?
The idol has little value outside the lighthouse. Its light does not shine in any other location. My order believes Kinnereth's light blesses High Isle. Why steal the idol unless the knights meant to revoke her protection? A troubling thought indeed.
Indeed. Goodbye. Alright, so at this point we've realized that the knights shut out the lighthouse so that the ships could be taken or whatever. So we're gonna go up to the shallows and see what's going on up there. And see what we can find along the way. It's a very nice little area here. Oh, some mushrooms. There we go. But the build I'm gonna go for is very, it's gonna be speed and, you know, very focused damage. We might go do some PvP to unlock, I think it's an Alliance Assault 4, I believe. Let me check real quick. I don't even have the line unlocked yet, but at rank 4, I think it is, maybe 6 now.
Well, I shouldn't just
can't
walk
remember.
into someone's home, even if they know
You
rules.
get an ability called like retreating maneuvers, which gives you, I believe, minor or major expedition, which is a like a movement speed buff, kind of like if you've played Elder Scroll, not if you've played EverQuest. It's kind of like Spirit of Wolf for like 30 seconds, so it's kind of nice to have, and it stacks with your mount speed. We'll get a mount at some point. I have a few unlocked already, but we'll wait until we'll wait a little later until we can actually kind of afford it. Since this account already had a lot of stuff, is just the least I could do. Ooh, there's our first sky shard. Let's go grab that first. I'm a very I see shiny, I run at shiny kind of thing, so very ADD, I guess is what you'd call it. But once we collect, I think, one more sky shard. Yeah, no, never mind. The other one didn't count. So we need 2 more, and then it'll give us a skill point. And kind of supplements the skill points we get from leveling. And eventually we'll have so many skill points we won't know what to do with them. Alright, so where are we at here? Shallows is on the other side of the bridge. I don't feel like swimming across that, so let's take the bridge. And go through here. It's interesting how there's like one guy here. There's one guy guarding the bridge. Oh, there's a guy up the top. And that's about it. So kind of a vulnerability for this place here, I could say. Alright. Let's go down here. Oh, shiny. Some bug loss, which is another alchemy ingredient. I think that's for healing potions or something like that. Who are these guys? They want to kill us? No. Investigate the shallows. Alright, there's a guy. I'm not even going to try.
You don't look like a salvager. Come to join up with those so-called knights who've been hanging around, did you? Feh, I'd rather go hungry than swear myself to the likes of them.
3 ships never arrived at Gonfalon Bay. Have you seen anything?
Haven't seen anything sail by in the lock recently, and no new wreckage washed up today. But I've been keeping my head down. Those robber knights have been chasing off salvagers who won't promise to help them.
Tell me about these robber knights.
They were recruiting, or at least offering the chance to earn a reward. They wanted people ready to haul in whatever came ashore. Several salvagers went with them. I wouldn't, though. What I find is mine.
Where did the knights take the other salvagers?
To a cave just down the beach. But I'd avoid it if I were you. Old Charbel nearly lost his head snooping around there. I don't know if they found what they were looking for, but I think they left a few knights behind to watch the shallows.
Goodbye. Alright. Is it this way? Yeah, it's right down here. So we got our first little cave adventure, it sounds like. Let's go down here. Alright, in this cave right here. Alright, let's get our staff out. Alright, what's this way? There's a guy over here. Salvager swashbuckler. Alright, let's just end him. An iron sword. Nice. Alright, here. I guess everybody's dead because there's a bunch of people here right now. Very popular game. Alright, Knight Undris's orders. Within the next few days, several ships will be damaged on the approach to High Isle. We expect the wreckage to wash up in Loch Abhan, or Abhan, I can't remember how she said that, or along the northeastern shore of High Isle, or the southeastern shore of Amenos. Capture any survivors from these ships and bring them to me. Muster all reliable recruits and make sure they're in place when the survivors wash ashore. Chase off any salvagers who refuse to assist us. Your new recruits may hesitate to lay hands on shipwrecked survivors. Remind them the reward is a place in the Ascendant Order. As Knights of the People, they will never go hungry again. The Ascendant Magus. Alright. Got a little bit of information there. And I think we can go ahead and head on out of here. Oh, this guy's like running away. Easy 52 experience. I don't know why these people run away from all the mobs. So easy. 15,000 critical, jeez. Ah, I love it. I love it. Alright, so we're just gonna fast travel back. We're gonna use our 41 coins and not even waste our time running. Alright, so I believe she was down here, right? Oh, right, she's moved. Where is she at now? She's on the other side of the gate. What? Oh, maybe I was supposed to like run up to her versus fast travel to her. Really? She's way out here. Oh, she's just hanging out in a little tent. Alright.
Good. You found my field office. I thought I'd keep an eye on the lock while awaiting your report. My own investigations have turned up little about our missing ships. Tell me, did you uncover anything useful? Did the lighthouse keeper spot them?
After rogue knights darkened the beacon, the keeper spotted 3 ships before the storm rolled in.
Darkened the beacon? The locals revere that light. Who would dare offend Kinnereth in such a way? Something is indeed wrong here. At least our missing ships reached these waters, but this storm worries me. Tell me more about the rogue knights.
They're known as the Ascendant Order. The inn patron said they attacked caravans inland.
The Ascendant Order? Here? I heard rumors of knights troubling folk outside of town, but I had no idea they were the culprits. I've had dealings with the Order before. This doesn't bode well. Tell me, did you learn anything at the Shallows?
Someone called the Ascendant Magus recruited salvagers to capture shipwreck survivors.
It seems the Ascendant Order knew the ships would be wrecked, and they helped make sure by extinguishing the lighthouse beacon. They knew my cargo was coming to High Isle. This means the Fighters Guild and Mages Guild delegates are in danger too.
Wait, what does your missing cargo have to do with the delegates?
Ah, you caught that, did you? My missing cargo is more delegates for the conference. Perhaps the most important ones. But I need you to check on the guild delegates right now. They went to visit a druid named Ravana. Her hut lies to the west.
You know the Ascended Order? What else can you tell me about them?
The Ascendant Order models itself after other knightly orders, but they're nothing but terrorists. They claim to stand against those who would subjugate the nations of Tamriel under Imperial rule, but I suspect they plan to take power for themselves.
Are they a serious threat?
They are well-funded and have a strong presence on the mainland. They proclaim a powerful message about greedy rulers and costly wars, but it's mostly rhetoric. Not that the common folk see that. Our conference makes a tempting target, I'm sure.
Tell me more, or tell me about the guild representatives.
Valencia of the Mages Guild is a dear friend. We shared a few adventures when she was starting out, and I called upon her when I needed help with a conference. She enchanted the invitation medallions the delegates require to attend the conference.
What about the Fighters Guild delegate?
I only met Guild General Quentin when he arrived. He seems to have a good head on his shoulders, but the war has cost him dearly. He lost his wife in a raid. I understand why the Fighters Guild chose to send him to the conference.
Who is this druid in the guild representatives that
Her
went to
name
visit?
is Ravana. She's something of a local apothecary. She uses her skill with herbs and healing to help the folk of High Isle. With the conference delayed, Valencia was curious about druidic magic, so off she went. Quentin decided to tag along.
Goodbye.
The Ascendant Order models itself after other knightly orders.
Goodbye. There we go. All right, go to the druid's hut. So let's zoom out here. Where we gotta go? It's right around the corner here. Let's go check it out. Right over this way. Yeah, it's very interesting. So it sounds like they're having maybe a peace conference or something. I don't know. I was thinking it was a little bit more ominous than that. But we'll see. Speculation there. All right. Ooh, more mushroom. Embark Russella. Check the map here. All right, it's like right around the corner here. Possibly up here. I don't. There's the arrow. Oh, all right. We got. I'm like totally distracted by all these trade skill items. We get some pewter. This is for jewel crafting, which is one of the trade skills. There we go. All right. Does not look like you can pick these plants, which is unfortunate. All right, let's go down here. Druid Ravina.
Greetings, traveler. Is there something I can do for you? Do you need a poultice or perhaps an herbal tea?
I'm looking for Guild Magister Valencia and Guild General Quentin.
Ah, yes. The curious mage and the stern warrior. They stopped by. When I mentioned that rogue knights had been making the countryside dangerous, they decided to investigate. I told them where I'd last seen the knights, and they set out at once.
Where did you send them?
A clearing to the southwest. I'll mark the spot on your map.
Oh,
I saw a
convenient.
band of the knights gathering there the last time I went out to gather herbs. They forced me to retreat without them. I warned Valencia and Quentin it might be dangerous.
Are druids common on High Isle?
Oh, you'll find druids throughout the Sisters Archipelago. Not too many on the mainland, though. Long ago, we druids left Tamriel and its troubles behind us. But here, our ancient ways survived.
Why did the druids leave the mainland?
Our forebears among the Bretons believed civilization should live alongside nature, not tame it. In the early years of the Direni hegemony, they struggled for the soul of High Rock.
What happened?
They lost. Driven into exile, the druids left to seek a place where they could live according to their beliefs. Their wanderings brought them to the Sisters. The followers of the Weird remained behind. They walked a different path than the druids.
What exactly is a druid?
We follow the old ways. Some call us priests of Ifre, but that is only part of our truth. We are children of the land, like the Weird, guides and teachers to those who live in harmony with nature. People were not meant to bow before crowns of metal.
What does that mean?
Our people, the Breton people, went astray when they forgot the ways of nature. Stone walls and empty titles separate folk from the true way. We help them remember what their ancestors once knew. Some circles see it differently, of course.
Circles? What are they?
Circles are fellowships of like-minded druids. Each interprets Ifre's will differently, but druids of the same circle share common traditions and goals. I belong to the Stonelore Circle. We seek to teach others by the example of our work.
Are there other circles in the Sisters archipelago?
Yes. Travel far enough in the archipelago and you may meet druids of the Eldertide or Firesong circles. Although the Firesong rarely leave their island, and you should be wary of the Eldertide. They do not like city folk or mainlanders.
What are the Weird?
The Weird are Breton witches. They follow teachings and practices that share a common ancestry with the druids. Whereas we left the mainland, they remained behind to safeguard the forests of High Rock.
Any other differences?
We have more in common than we have differences. The biggest that you would notice is that the Weirds are all female, while we druids accept all genders in our ranks. And we organize in circles of common beliefs, while the Weird Sisters form covens.
Interesting. I wonder if they're gonna add a druid class to the game. That'd be kind of interesting. All right. Let's see. We need to go this direction here. So this is the direction she sent them on. Get a little iron ore on our way. Oh, I gotta get these. These enchanting ones are just like, you gotta have so many of them. And, can't stop. Alright, is this the guys we're looking for?
I can't believe you drank our entire stock.
Me? Where's your proof? Just because I
That's a quest.
woke up in a
Yeah, we'll
pile
come
of
back to that
bottles
later.
doesn't mean I'm guilty.
Alright, where are we at? Oh, this is a nice little field of, looks to be sunflowers. It's really nice. Very, tranquil, if you will. Alright, here is, oh. Triple. Alright, problem solved. What's this say to do? Search for the guild delegates. Got a water skin. Some apples. I don't see anything. I don't see them there. Oh, we got some more guys right here. There we go. Easy. Alright. Oh gosh, another one? They just all respawn. I guess that guy killed them all before. She used like a shield or something. Oh, there's something.
I could use some help.
You could use some help, could you? Guild Magister.
You're the one Lady Arabelle spoke to at the docks, aren't you? You volunteered to help investigate the ships that failed to reach port. It's good to see a friendly face, especially after what just happened.
Tell me what happened.
Guild General Quentin accompanied me to visit Druid Ravana. When she told us about rogue knights in the area, Quentin was eager to investigate. It was the Ascendant Order. They overpowered Quentin and knocked me senseless. They captured Quentin.
Was the Guild General Quentin injured?
I don't think so. The Ascendant Order was definitely trying to take us alive. That's the only reason I had the opportunity to throw up a shroud spell and avoid being captured myself. Did you come out here to find us?
Lady Arabelle sent me to warn you that the Ascendant Order was targeting conference delegates.
And Ravana told you where to find us. Good. Now, we must rescue Quentin. I may have a way to find where the Ascendant Order took him, but we should get to safety first. Meet me back at Druid Ravana's hut.
Do you think the Ascendant Order followed you out here?
No. We came upon them just as they were finishing an attack on a caravan. But I assume they recognized us or decided our station warranted capture rather than elimination. But you came with a warning, didn't you? What did you find out?
The Ascendant Order sabotaged the lighthouse. We think that they may have wrecked Lady Arabelle's ships.
Wrecked the ships? How in oblivion could they coordinate such a thing? Clearly, the Ascendant Order is aware of the plans for Lord Baccaro's conference. They're here in force and causing more trouble than we anticipated.
Any idea why they wanted to capture you instead of just kill you?
If they recognized us as delegates, there's all sorts of ways they could hold that over the conference. If they just assume we're rich nobles, ransom is always an option. But who can really say what those helmeted bastards are thinking?
What do you think? What do you know about the Ascendant Order?
Lady Arabelle and I had dealt with them on the mainland. The Order tried to stop the conference by striking at delegates before they even left Tamriel. We stopped them, but not before the previous guild delegate was killed. Then they appointed me.
What were you and Guild General Quentin doing out here?
I came to talk to Ravana about arcane and related topics, and Quentin decided to tag along. When Ravana told us about rogue knights, I feared it might be the Ascendant Order. Quentin wanted to investigate. Turned out I was right.
Goodbye. Alright. So, we need to go back over to the Druid hut. That was kind of fun. Got to kill a bunch of dorks. There we go, and assassinate. Ah, wrong button. Died anyway. I'm, ooh. Ah. Alright, Balky. I'll give you your shot. I need you to search around Steadfast Manor for a piece of map. Belonged to a friend who was last seen around here. It's not far from Gonfalon Bay. But I've heard there's some dangerous characters who like to hide out around the crags, so try not to get robbed. When you have the fragment, bring it to me at Duford Rocks. Captain Ishmid. Right? Alright, so that's another quest we're going to do another time. No, go away. We're going to continue of Knights and Knaves. So we're going to get our way back over to the Druid hut. And from there, not sure how much longer this quest is. I guess we have to rescue Quentin. Seems a little bit of sideways into this quest, but we'll see. Is that a...
I understand, Valencia. Do what you must to find your friend.
Alright, well, that sounds ominous.
I owe you a debt of gratitude for coming to my aid. It seems once again that Lady Arabelle chose well. Now to see if I can find Guild General Quentin, and by extension, the rogue knights who carried him away.
How can you track Guild General Quentin?
I enchanted the invitation medallions that each delegate carries, so I can trace my own magic to locate Quentin. Now let me see. They move to north and east, across the loch. I see a chapel, crypts, maybe abandoned? No question. Quentin is there.
If all the delegates have a medallion, can you use them to find the missing ships?
Lady Arabelle asked me to try as soon as we realized the ships were late. I wasn't able to make a connection with those medallions. Maybe they were too far away, or some other magic interfered with my scrying, but I wasn't able to detect anything.
Should we head directly to the abandoned crypts you saw?
No, we need to return to Lady Arabelle and share this information. Then we can mount a rescue for Guild General Quentin. I'll meet you at Lady Arabelle's little pavilion. What she calls her field office, I believe.
I'll meet you there. Alright, so now we need to go and go back to Lady Arabelle. We're gonna grab this runestone real quick. I believe it's right around the corner here, so it's not a long run. Let's look at the map here. Yeah, it's just right around over here. So we'll do that and see what else we see along the way. Got it's I don't know. The landscaping in this game has just always been really top notch. I always enjoy playing it. Trying out these new, just looking around, trying to explore. It's kind of cool. Without having any, I usually play with mods, right? So it's a little bit different playing without. But I am gonna probably get a few that make it a little bit
like a Bane chapel,
interesting.
But only one medallion is there.
All right, lady.
Valencia apprised me of the situation. I believe I know the place where she thinks they're holding Quentin. It must be the crypts below a Bane chapel on the northern shore of the loch. Will you accompany us on this rescue mission, my dear?
I'll help you rescue Guild General Quentin.
Smashing. This will be like that time I pulled General Gautier out of a Reach stronghold during the border raids of 566. Now that was an adventure. Anyway, it's too bad Valencia couldn't scry the locations of the other missing delegates.
Mind if I ask you about the delegates that were aboard the missing ships?
I suppose you've earned the truth, and you certainly deserve my complete confidence. The 3 ships carried High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Ernskar, son of Yoren the Skald King. I dare say I've misplaced the leaders of Tamriel.
Oh, jeez. Oh, what a pickle you're in, lady. I would hate to be you. What kind of conference is Lord Baccaro holding exactly?
I said you deserve the truth. Lord Baccaro invited the Alliance leaders here for peace talks. He hopes to end the Three Banners War. If we find Quentin with the Ascendant Order, we may find our missing royals. Meet me at the chapel north of the loch.
I'll meet you there.
We'll rendezvous at a Bane chapel on the north side of the loch. I've already sent an operative ahead to scout the area. Be prepared to defend yourself. The Ascendant Order won't give up Guild General Quentin without a fight.
What if it's a trap?
Whatever the situation, I won't abandon Quentin to his fate. Oh, that's good. Let me write that down. Besides, we have to risk it. Both to save Quentin and to see if we can learn anything about the missing Alliance leaders.
You think the Alliance leaders might also be there?
We know their medallions aren't there, but they could have lost them at sea. Regardless, if the Ascendant Order uses the chapel as a hideout, we may learn something about their plans. Or a clue as to where to search for the Alliance leaders, perhaps.
Tell me more. Tell me more about High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, and Prince Inxar.
Not a student of politics, my dear. I understand completely. They're the leaders of the Alliances vying for the Ruby Throne. Well, Irene and Emmerich lead 2 of the Alliances. Ernskar is the son of Yoren the Skald King, who leads the 3rd.
What alliances?
You poor dear. You must pay more attention to current events. Queen Irene leads the Aldmeri Dominion, High King Emmerich the Daggerfall Covenant, and Prince Ernskar represents the Ebonheart Pact, the opponents in the aptly named Three Banners War.
What are they fighting about?
It's complicated. The Ruby Throne sits vacant, and the Tamrielic Empire lacks an emperor. None of the alliances can stomach the idea that one of the others might win the throne. It's a wonder Bakaro and I got them to agree to these peace talks.
Goodbye. Alright. This quest line does sound familiar. So what we're going to do is we're going to head across the lock here, I guess, and enter the crypts. Alright, we're here at the chapel, and there are these mean looking knights here. So this is going to kind of be a little sneaky as we get around through here, but I'm sure we can kill them. They look like they're maybe like champion-ish mobs. I don't know. It doesn't look like they're a problem.
There. It's open. Got any more locks you need picked? How about you, Valencia?
I think not, thank you.
Now's not the time, Jakan. Let's see what awaits us down in the crypts.
Alright, let's go inside.
I can't pinpoint the exact location of Quentin's medallion. He could be anywhere in here.
I'll scout ahead. Maybe someone should watch the door in case anyone follows us.
I'll keep watch. Be careful.
Aw, I knew you cared.
Quentin is our priority, but keep your eyes open. Who knows what the Ascendant Order left lying down?
There we go. Oh, the old lady's like fighting too. Oh, that's kind of cool. There we go. Alright, so we're making our way through here. Should be pretty easy to kill all these guys. Yeah, really easy actually. Alright, assassination is level 5. We do have a skill point. Don't even know when we got that, but I'm gonna pick up Veiled Shadow, just so we can put that on our bar to get more skill level up. Guess we leveled up at some point, but not sure. Alright, Ascendant Proclamation. Take heart, peoples of Tamriel. The hour of your salvation is at hand. If you but have the courage to seize it, we are the Ascendant Order, knights of the people fighting on behalf of the common folk of all the lands. Our enemies are those who seek to keep you in bondage. Whoever hoard power and authority in all lands, we bring you the means to rise up against those who rule over you, so that you can rule yourselves. You did not ask for this 3 Banners War. It is a war started by kings and queens who are not satisfied with the lands they already control. The peaceful people of Tamriel suffer and die for their greed. You are doomed to water noble ambitions with your blood spilt until you stand up. This must stop. Only one path to peace and prosperity for all exists. We must overthrow the corrupt governments of all Tamriel nations. What harm have the people of High Rock done to the Argonians? What grievances do the Red Guard hold against the Dark Elves? None! None! Why should we fight? So that some greedy monarch can subjugate new lands and peoples. Stand with us, the Ascendant Order, and we can put an end to the the kings and queens who care whether you live or die. Join us, and together we can change the world. Death to empires.
Ascendant Order propaganda. Don't be taken in. They are not as benevolent as they want you to think. No sign of Quentin yet, though. We should keep going.
Where'd he go? Jeez. Alright, come on. Alright, where are we at here? We got, Alright, I don't want to fight. Who might have, interfere? Alright. As per Ascendant Magnus's instructions, an accounting of the prisoners currently in our custody. Kaleen, captain of the Spearhead. Tuzulu, captain of Kamal's Bane. Zaji, captain of the Perfect Pounce. Guild General Quentin, Fighter Guild Delegate. Question captains about what befalls their passengers when they wrecked. They're likely to know Iren, Emmerich, and Isnar's abandoned ships. The crypts south of the large burial chamber should provide suitable temporary prison. Keep the captains alive until we're sure they're no more use. Execute any other captives if they cannot tell us where the delegates are. They're only security risks. So,
the Ascendant Order has the captains of our missing ships, but where are the Alliance leaders?
Alright, we're gonna drop these guys.
First, clear the path to the South Crypt, please. We must rescue the captains and hope that Quentin is with them.
Oh, that dude just like lit on fire. Alright, and we can go through this South Crypt's door. Alright, what do we got going on here? We got fairly large room.
Helene, Zaji, Zuzo. Thank the divines you're all right. But where are the delegates?
Apologies, my lady. We lost our charges.
Zaji is not all right.
Not to spoil the reunion, but we're about to get company.
Jakarn, free the captains. Friend, keep the Ascendant Order at bay. Buy us some time.
I'm lagging or something. My attack was like slowed. Where's this guy at? Easy. Oh, poison arrows? Come on now. Heat-seeking arrows, though. That's fun. Get a little magicka back, maybe? I don't know if that works at this level. Heavy attacks are supposed to give you magicka back. Yeah, it does. Cool.
Stupid thing won't.
Wait,
got it.
Collect Valencia and get the captains to safety, Jakarn. We'll find Quentin.
The Knights took Quentin away not long ago. I think they're questioning him now.
Alright, lower crypts.
Come, my friend.
Let's keep going. I don't think there's anything here we need to worry about.
Jakarn and Valencia.
I guess we've got to go save this guy. Alright, let's kill this one. It's interesting how they can still turn invisible, even though come on, there we go, another one down. I don't think we need to worry about any of that. And I should have probably used the AoE thing.
Down there. It's Quentin. Let's listen and try to figure out what's going on.
A new age of peace is upon us. An age of free peoples standing together.
Oh man, I got some weird vibes from like BioShock almost.
War took everything from me. I am with you. How can I help?
The Order is trying to recruit Quentin? We have to put a stop to this.
Uh-oh. Did they already turn him? Got a lot of guys to kill, so it's take a few minutes. I like that execute ability.
Each delegate carries a medallion like this one, Magus. It serves as both an invitation and a key.
Keep it. We may need your access later. Right now, I want you to kill the meddling investigator nipping at our heels.
Lady Arabelle? But she's...
No longer working alone. She's found secure help.
Oh man, we gotta kill all these.
I guess you've made your choice.
Alright. It's gonna look weird when we don't show up with this guy. Alright, looks like I could go this way. It's quite a little maze to get down there. It's gonna suck if I could have just like walked through the little hole right there. Alright, alright. Defeat the guild general.
Here's your chance, Quentin. Stop these fools and strike a
Nope.
blow for the people.
You chose poorly.
We can't allow the general to stop us.
It's easy, just interrupt every time he does that thing there. He doesn't get knocked off balance though. I don't know, that's kind of weird. I should have dodged that one. But mostly.
I'm sorry it came to that, but well fought, my friend.
He
Let's speak outside.
gave his life up for them. Way too easy. Alright, we got another recipe. Sweet. Alright. Where? Over there. Alright.
I didn't expect Guild General Quentin to turn on us, and I certainly didn't desire his death. It seems sympathy for the Ascendant Order is more widespread than I knew. We must be cautious, particularly with whom we choose to trust going forward.
You think some of the others may turn on us?
Do I expect it? No. But that doesn't mean we should let our guard down. This venture wasn't a complete failure, though. We rescued the captains of our missing ships. We need to find out what happened at sea and what befell the Alliance leaders.
Where did Jakar and Valencia take the captains?
To Mandrake Manor, my home in Gonfalon Bay. I'll mark it on your map. Jakar, Valencia, and I have been using my townhouse as a base of operations. I'm confident that it is as safe from the Ascended Order as any other location we might choose.
Why is it called Mandrake Manor?
Oh, the name comes from a book I'm rather fond of. I bought the manor to serve as my home in retirement, and I keep a few mementos of my career there. Meet me there, my dear, and we'll see what our rescued captains have to say about all this.
I'll meet you in Gonfalon Bay. Alright. So let's go to Gonfalon Bay. Let's see here. I think it's this one, right? Let's go there. Alright, we're here in the bay. And her house is down the road. Let's go. I can't wait till we get a mount and get all that going, because that'll make things a lot faster. Getting around. There's the Fighters Guild.
Next time I'm in the field, I think I'll bring a great warhammer.
Have to join up with the Fighters Guild at some point. I think it's up this way, actually. I think, anyway. There's somebody. There she is.
Ah, there you are. Go inside and talk to Captain Colleen. Find out what happened at sea. I need a moment to collect my thoughts.
Alright. Mandrake Manor. Alright, so let's start with Captain Colleen.
I honestly didn't think we'd ever leave that cell alive. I owe you a debt of gratitude, friend. We all do. And I owe Dockmaster of Gonfalon Bay payment of a different kind. I visit High Isle often, and I considered Arnauld a friend. Bah.
Can you tell me what happened out at sea and how you wound up in the crypts?
An armored mage and a gang of ruffians were waiting at the shallows. They clubbed down all who made it ashore. Dockmaster Arnauld showed up, and I thought we were saved. But the mage, a Brent noble by his voice, paid him to walk away and leave.
Back up. What happened before you washed ashore?
We were nearing landfall when a huge storm swept out of nowhere. I looked for the light at Gonfalon Head, but the lighthouse was dark. We were blown off course, crashed upon some rocks. I lost sight of High King Emmerich, but somehow made it to shore.
Do you know where High King Emmerich and the other leaders are now?
I'm not sure. I didn't see any of the royals when I waded ashore, and I was the last one from my ship to make it to the beach. The tide turned as I swam in, and no one was washed up after me. I'm afraid you won't find the High King at the shallows.
Goodbye.
If there is any way I can help with your investigation, I am at your disposal. I want to find Prince Ernskar as much as Lady Arabelle. More, even.
That voice does not seem to match the Argonian. Do you remember what happened out at sea?
I remember it like the ripples in my favorite pond. A storm blew up without warning. My ship was driven onto the rocks near Amanos and broke apart. All were cast into the sea. When we reached shore, those rogue knights grabbed us.
What happened to the prince?
I did not see what became of him. He might have been trapped in the part of the ship that was swept away. Or maybe the currents carried him to a different part of the shore. Or he might have drowned. I know that many of my crew did.
Goodbye.
Zaji has decided no more drinking until Queen Irene is safely back in his arms. Maybe that was a dream, never mind. But Zaji wants the Queen and Casca to be safe. He will help you and Lady Arabelle foil these villains and rescue the Queen.
Can you tell me what happened out to sea?
Zaji must admit, he was sleeping in his cabin when the storm hit. He woke up when cold water climbed into bed with him. The next thing Zaji knows, he is being fished out of the sea by strange knights. I'm saved, Zaji thinks. Then they tied me up.
You were fished out of the water by Ascended Order?
The annoying knights, yes. Zaji heard the commander talking. The Lord, they called him. He was angry the Alliance leaders did not wash ashore with Zaji. Zaji did not see the Lord's face, but he spoke like a Breton noble. Zaji could hear it.
What about the Queen Irene?
Zaji lost Queen Irene, and first mate Casca too. The wind and the waves must have carried them somewhere else. The Lord and the Magus, the Order's leaders, they swore to comb every beach until they found her. And the others too, Zaji supposes.
Goodbye. Alright. So we go back outside. And talk to Lady Arabelle.
Over here, dear. We have much to do. I adore this view. Isn't the Colossus a wondrous sight? Still, gazing upon it does nothing to quell my anxiety. Somehow the Ascendant Order learned not only about our secret peace talks, but that the Alliance leaders were going to attend.
At least they don't have High King Emmerich, Queen Irene, or the Prince yet.
And neither do we. We're not even sure they're still alive, but we must hope. Your help has been invaluable thus far, my dear, and you've earned every piece of gold in this pouch. We'll find the Alliance leaders and unmask the Order. We have to.
Alright, and that completes the quest of Knights and Knaves.
I was supposed to keep the Alliance leaders safe. I failed in that. But at least they aren't in the Ascendant Order's hands. Not yet, anyway. What did Captain Colleen and the others have to say, dear?
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and call it there. Let's go ahead and level up real quick, though. So we get 2 attribute points, 2 skill points. We get a set of health rings, and we unlock the racial skill line. So let's put 2 more points into Magicka. We get 2 skill points. Where do we want to put those? Do we have any passives we can buy yet? Does not look like it. Go to racial. This is what we get. We get Gift of the Magnus. Or Magnus. Which will increase our Magicka. So let's go ahead and buy that now, since we do have the skill points. We did unlock the Ledgerman skill line here. This is from the Thieves Guild, so we'll that later. Not really concerned about it right now. See here. Let's go ahead and pick up that one. We are sprinting a lot, so let's go do that. Why not? There we go. Alright, so there we go. Of Knights and Knaves is complete. And I think this is a good end to the episode. We got a lot done, in all honesty. So thank you very much for watching, and have a fantastic day.